Hello, hey guys. So today we're going to be doing a masking kind of effects with shapes and images, as well as a neon lighting on those shapes or whatever you want to use for your neon lights. So this is something I created some weeks back, and I'm going to show you how to mask an image with a shape where you define where those images kind of pass through, and it kind of creates this nice effect, right? So let's get into it. So um, while preparing for this vid, I used this image here, and then I did this. So this is what we're going to replicate. Just going to show you how I did this, and let's get into it already. So taking this image. Now, one thing with lights, if you want to show another light, it has to be in a darker kind of environment, so those lights are being seen properly. So the first thing I had to do was just go into the image and go to the settings here and reduce the exposure a bit. Right, so it could be anything. I think this is good. So reduce the exposure a bit. Now for the shape, I wanted a circle to go around this child. Shift X will take the fill to the stroke, and then I can move this up. So what I wanted to do actually was to bring this. So this part goes around the head of this baby, and then it acts back, and then goes in between this arm and the torso, and it goes round again. So it feels as though it's on the child, right? Or yeah, kind of wrapped around the child. So that's what we want to do, and we to do that we're going to have to mask the shape with the image in a specific way to create that effect. So the first thing you do is we have the shape, and we need to use the pen tool. Or one thing we could do, so we could do it. Okay, let's use the pen tool. Let's do the masking first, and then we do the neon light kind of thing. So the first thing we need to do is just to use the pen to create the shape. So we need to create a shape around um, where we'll be masking. So we're masking this entire region here, and then we need this one also to be marked. So the shape is going to cover those areas. So let's do it. And then I have this, and then this, and then um, here you can get closer so you don't make mistakes. And then we close it so it has a fill, or we can give it a fill. So giving it a fill is this, right? Remove the stroke. We don't need the stroke, and we can also reduce the opacity a bit, but so I can see what I'm doing. Now the next thing we look at the layer panel. First, I need everything to be in a frame because I want to know exactly what I'm working on. So I'm just going to frame select this. So I'm just going to frame select this. Now in this frame, which I will call shape one. So we have the vector which we just created. We have the ellipse and we have the image. We need to max the vector and the image together, but we'll first of all make a duplicate of that image and bring it up. So the image is on top, that's why we can't see the ellipse now. So the next thing we do, the image has to be at the very top. We'll mask these two together, and this is the masking tool over here. So when we do, sorry, okay, I'll just use this here, use as mask. Good. I know why that happens sometimes. So the fill, turns out I was wrong about the fill. I need to raise it up back. um and we can adjust. So you see the some of the this white part is showing. We can adjust that, adjust the fill so it doesn't show. And as we can see, clicking out, we have, you know, everything exactly the way we wanted. So it's as though there's a the shape goes around the head of the baby, and then it comes just between this arm and it goes back. Now we want to now focus on neon lights. So for the neon lights, we focus on the ellipse, and what you just do is to Ctrl D, bring this one to the bottom. This is the first one, 8, and for this one, you can give it a color. So if you're using blue, this time let's use something greenish, right? And would increase it to, let's say, 40, and make it at the center. And the next thing you do is to give it an effect, layer blur, and I keep moving my head. uh, and then you give it something nice like this, right? Good. Then you could also do Ctrl D again and bring it to the bottom. And then with this one, let's say this is 50. So we are increasing the thickness now for that, and also the blur. You can do it however you want, depending on how you want the light to look, right? So you play around with the layer blur and the thickness of the stroke. So again, we are seeing something here. So what you can do is just click on the vector here and adjust it. So clicking on edit object, we can move this. We can also come here and move this like so. And what else? I think there's something here as well. So we can move this, and we can, when you hover over like this line, there'll be a node that comes up, so you can adjust it even, create more nodes and adjust it better. So we have that, and we are done. And that is how you create something like this. um there's something around here I just want to uh okay. So let's fix this stuff here. So you have to go around and make sure everything is, almost perfect. um yeah, almost perfect, because if you want it to always be perfect, like if like we could would our goal should always be trying to make things look um almost perfect, because striving for absolute perfection can be a sort of like a drug, right? But yeah, almost perfect is what we should always strive for. Okay. And okay, okay. So I think this is good enough. This is good enough. It looks good, right? All right. So thank you for this video. Thank God today I kept it under 10 minutes. Please like and subscribe and share, and watch out for the next video. Thank you.